Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, Force here, and today I would like to talk with you guys about MMOs. Specifically, when do you consider an MMO having failed you? You personally, and your experience with a game. So this question is being brought up as a result of a question that I got yesterday during a live stream. Last night I was live streaming some Guild Wars 2 playthrough. It was fun. I did my first dungeon, which was a great experience, and just kind of putzed around and talked with people. There was a whole bunch of conversation going on, but one question in particular, or one statement really struck me. And someone stated that now that Force is, diving into Guild Wars 2, we can judge whether or not the game has succeeded by whether or not he reaches max level. And that really, well, to me it's wrong. It's an incorrect statement, but also it really struck me at this general mentality towards MMOs, and people feel like a certain thing needs to be met in order for it to be considered successful. So that's my question for you guys personally. At what point do you consider an MMO successful for you? So let's talk about some of the milestones that people personally set. Some people say, okay, you have to get to endgame and you have to play endgame. And the question for me is, at that point, how long? For 3 months? 5 months? 7 months? 12 months? 2 years? 3 years? 4 years? 5 years? 10 years? Like, how long do you have to be invested in this game for it to be considered worth your personal investment, worth your financial investment? Now, right now, I'm at the point where I have played Guild Wars 2 for about 50 hours. And, I bought the box for $60 and I played it for 50 hours. That's nearly $1 an hour, just a little bit more than $1 an hour. Now, even if I only play for like another 30 hours and I get 80 hours out of it, or let's just, round up. Let's say I play for 120 hours, so it comes out to 50 cents an hour. That is more than successful to me financially in terms of value for my entertainment. In fact, even right now, I'm at the position where if I were to just stop playing Guild Wars 2 now, I'm happy. I'm happy having spent that money and gotten everything I've gotten out of it so far. Now, I'm not going to stop playing right now because, frankly, I'm loving the game. I'm having a great time exploring. I'm loving the way the environment looks, the artistic style that they've taken, sort of like this painted backdrop. And just exploring the world and going throughout has been a great experience for me. And my last dungeon last night, it was really kind of a Zerg fest, but it's also an early level dungeon, so who knows how that's going to stack up to the end game. And I've heard plenty of complaints about the end game in Guild Wars 2. I've heard people say that once you get there, there's nothing to do. But even at that point, even if I get to level 80 and I've invested around 100 hours at that point, and I find that there's nothing to do, I'm not unsatisfied with Guild Wars 2, and it seems to just be this prevailing notion that unless you're perpetually playing a video game, specifically MMOs, these are the ones that get the most hate for this, if there's not like infinite replay value, then it's a failure. But I just don't feel that way. And I want to know how many of you guys do feel that way, and if you do, why? And how many of you, feel like me, like, okay, I play this, I'm enjoying it. At some point, I stop playing it for reason X, Y, or Z, and that's okay. I'll be fine with that point. That point is going to happen eventually, right? No one's playing any one game forever, or at least very few people are playing any one game forever. So no matter what, eventually you will reach that point where, for whatever reason, you stop playing because you don't like this or that or whatever about the game, or because you feel like there's nothing to do, or the things that you want to do aren't there. So what is that point for you guys? How long do you have to play an MMO? How many aspects of it need to be met for you to consider successful, for you to enjoy the title? Like I said, for me, it definitely varies from game to game. Right now, I'm pretty satisfied with Guild Wars 2, and I can definitely tell you, if I get even close to double the amount of time I put in already, that I will be thoroughly satisfied, and I will wholeheartedly suggest the game. Even if I feel like there's nothing to do at endgame, if I reach that point, like so many people have told me will happen, that's okay. I'm still okay, and I still think this is a great game, even if that's true. I don't personally feel like I need to play one single game for 1, 2, 3+ years in order for it to be considered good. and worth me suggesting it to other people. And that's what I want to know about from you guys today, how you feel on that topic. So thanks so much. Chime in the comment section below. I will be reading through the comments. I always do peruse them at the very least. Don't be upset that I don't personally respond to comments, because, you know, there's just usually way too many for that to actually happen. But discourse amongst you guys, I expect, and I'm looking forward to reading what you have to say. So thanks so much for tuning in here. Discussion of how much time you need to invest in MMOs for you to get enjoyment from the game. Thanks so much, guys. If you like the content, please subscribe. Stay tuned for more great gaming coverage right here on the channel. And as always, keep watching and keep owning. I love my Char. Look at how badass he is. Just wrecking face. Fantastic.
Save me from these harpies!